Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Let's see. Oh my god, we got so much. We won the keeper run last time, or maybe 2 runs ago. That was outrageous. We should never have won that. Somehow we pulled it all together. I think I had a brain fart and forgot which item, even at the time, gave us the win, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you very much for your acquiescence. We need a full negative Eden run. Preferably one that goes all the way to Mega Satan. We need a Samson Delirium that also hits Mega Satan. We need a Blue Baby Delirium Mega Satan. Judas Delirium Mega Satan. Cain Mega Satan Greedier. I hate looking at Lilith's post-it note. I also hate saying the word Lilith. For some reason, it just doesn't feel right. Let's go Eden negative path with an attempted Mega Satan option in the final year of its contract. 3BW1 Zant, look at your keyboard. Look down at your keyboard right now, unless you're on a phone, in which case, imagine you had a keyboard in front of you. What letter is next to T? That's right, we're one off from a seed that has Zany right in the title. How could I say no? Let's look at our stats here. I mean, obviously, Angry Fly right off the bat, not necessarily the best item that's ever been committed to machine language here. Either way, though, does do a little something, probably contributes to Beelzebub, is my guess. Gimpy is a great starting item, and our luck actually is fairly conducive to making Gimpy maybe work. I'm going to try using my best friend to get a little secret room action here, and that actually worked out exactly as indicated. Continue moving along here. Speed's okay, rate of fire's okay. I will say, if I've got to make a negative assessment about this run, our damage stat in particular is not very strong right now, but there's room to grow. It's a fixer-upper, shall we say. 2 red hearts, not interested. If you could please get that trash out of here, I'd be happier. We've been making okay progress in Isaac. I mean, we've slumped recently, but I think we're coming out of the slump. Really, the slump happens, weirdly enough, in my experience at least, when I'm playing too much Isaac. Of course, you know, we go through periods where we play well and then periods where we play not so well. It's just kind of the nature of the beast, you know. If you look at any sports franchise in any league that has any sort of parity, at least, you know, they have months where they win like 80% of their games, and they have months where they win like 20% of their games, no matter how good the team is. It just, you know, you go through at least a little bit of adversity over the course of the season. We got the same thing going on. It seems like the more I play, or the faster I play, the more I slump. So again, it's just getting down to brass tacks, slowing down, doing what's right. Speaking of which, we definitely should have looked for a second secret room. We had the bombs necessary, but no problem as of the present moment. So, what are we looking for here? This is a big play for us to get a deal with the devil. We are looking for a Mega Satan play. But we're also looking for a negative play. So as of right now, I think, well, it's not that valuable right there. But as of right now, I sort of think that the best outcome might be for us to just try to make the run as strong as possible. And then if we get HP or like enough luck to make Gimpy pop, maybe we can play a self-sacrifice room. And that'll give us both key pieces. It could also teleport us to the lamb floor. Oh, that was pretty horrible. It could also teleport us to the lamb floor, but that's not necessarily what we're interested in this time in our life. At least right now. I'd be happy to leave. We're not going to leave this floor with 2 key pieces. We might be able to leave with 1 if we got super lucky. But it would require kind of a unique situation health-wise to come to fruition. For now, just trying to get some added advantage out of every single one of these bombs. We know the bombs give us a bomb. Unfortunately, didn't get anything else out of it just yet. Mom's Contact, good item. 10 out of 10? Well, let's not go crazy. I want to, by the way, be a fly on the wall, which is also a great name for an Isaac item. But I want to be a fly... Wow, I am an idiot. A fly on the wall in the meetings where Nicholas goes, "Hey, Mom's Contact." Pretty cool item, right? It just feels like it's missing a little something, and then somebody says, "You know what? Give it a 0.25 range upgrade." And then someone said, "That's genius!" It's not that it's bad, it's just like it's so minor relative to the effect of the normal item anyway. Literally raised our range by less than 1%. I'm not going to buy a Spirit Heart. I'm going to be slightly more brazen in my approach that I'm going to take here. I'm going to hope that this is our second secret room, and indeed it is. Lots of red hearts in there, so we shouldn't have any chance to die. Don't jump. Don't jump! I hate when he jumps. So yeah, in case you would have not been following my sprawling, incoherent line of reasoning so far, I think that maybe the best way to... Let me put it this way. We have two things we want to unlock. I think we should go for the one that gives us the higher percentage chance of actually happening, which as of right now is definitely the negative. And then if the run gets strong, we can maybe play the self-sacrifice room and get the key pieces regardless. Because, like, right now, I don't want to compromise the entire run. Okay, we got to be very careful here. I don't want to compromise the entire run by not taking that deal with the devil. Even though a Thame's not 10 out of 10, it does give us another Gimpy-esque way to gain some HP, so I'm for it. And if possible, maybe we could play the self-sacrifice room. Probably not yet, but maybe in the future at some point. It's like the second floor, there's no rush. I know there's a lot of HP, but we also don't really want to fight an angel statue on 1 HP. We shouldn't get one-hit KO'd by it, but we'd be relying on maybe Gimpy to pay out to really carry us there, so I just prefer to avoid that if possible. We will check our curse room. We can afford to get hit once, because I don't think this guy's a champion. Angry Fly, this is like your time to shine. It's an enemy that's extremely annoying. There we go. He did nothing, but I can live with it. 2 Spirit Hearts. We don't benefit from using the keys at all. Sorry, from using the, yeah, actually, we don't benefit from the golden key, except in our ability to actually come into this room. But I think we're just going to head down to the next floor. We're on pace for boss rush, which is not that relevant right now, but either way, we're going to keep it up. My Isaac backlog is not that huge right now, so you're in the midst of the Northernlion Live Super Show Rap Battle Civil War. And, you know, I use the... In other areas of my content, the NLSS, you know, even other, like, collaborative YouTube series and stuff, I kind of, I don't break kayfabe, is that the word that people use? But in Isaac is like my Speaking Frankly series, where, I'm not so much worried about being entertaining by putting on a show. I'm more just like, hey, it's my random stream of consciousness, which a lot of people seem to enjoy, and thank you very much for enabling me to do that. So allow me to pull back the curtain and say that I was extremely impressed with Bear Taffy's rap. It was outrageously well produced. Of course, the whole thing is all meant in good fun to begin with, which I don't think is lost on many people. But as of the time this video is going up, only Bear and Innie Mouse have... Oh, we got Gimpy payouts there. Only Bear and Innie Mouse have commented or left a rap as of this time. I think we could probably get that Tinted Rock, but I'd rather wait and see if maybe we can just get the ability to fly to make it easier. Bears came out of nowhere. You know, if I was making a first assault, drawing first blood, John Rambo style diss track, it would be terrible. It would just be like off the cut, one take, bad production overlaid over some kind of beat, right? Bear Taffy obviously like wrote, produced, created like a finished product that is actually enjoyable to listen to and has a surprising amount of flow. Now, do we have a response in the works? Absolutely. Is it going to be as good as Bear Taffy's? I'm honestly skeptical. My verse has already been recorded. I think it's okay. I think it'll stoke the fires and people will find it enjoyable, but I think if we do like a who did it better, you got to give it to Bear Taffy. The production in particular, not to take anything away from the rap either, but the production is just outrageous. It's like an actual listenable song beyond just being like a, you know, DAE rap battle. You know, so I'm giving him the wholesome memes here. Of course, you know, in public we say I'm gonna murder your career in a single verse. I don't know though what that entails, to be honest with you. I don't really know what that means. It's a danger. You're playing with fire, I gotta say, though. People have been killed because of diss tracks, dude. People have been killed in the rap game. I don't want to add my body to the growing body count. It's just sad that the nation's youth keep descending. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about as a thing. What percentage of people end up being murdered by the rap game? Probably a pretty low percentage, especially, you know... Don't shoot, please. I mean, I can't... Yeah, I have to accept that I'm going to take damage in that situation, I guess. Should have shot one of those guys first. I get why, though. Because it's ego, dude. Even when the disses are good-natured, I wasn't upset by any of the things that Bear said at all. It was very good-natured and well done. But I was like... My ego took a hit because I was like, his rap's gonna be better than mine. Maybe that's where all the bravado in the rap game comes from. It's not really like, hey, you know what you said? That wasn't cool. How dare you make me act a fool, you know? Instead, maybe it's just like, his rap was better. And now I maybe have to engage in attempted murder. Not me personally. I have people for that. No, but I'm, you know, in the 90s. The Suge Knights and etc., etc. So, speaking from an Isaac-related context, this run is getting slow. Slowing down. Now, a lot of runs slow down for a while, you know. Usually, it happens around this point. We just... Ooh. I think we're just gonna, again, hope for a deal with the devil if possible, but... The other thing I wanted to say about Bear Taffy's rap is that a lot of the insults I actually took as complimentary, which I think is sort of the genius of the way that Bear structured it. When he said, like, he's a loser, probably better off in a newsroom. I was like, that's a compliment, dude. Have you ever seen The Newsroom? What a trenchant observation about modern journalism. And I was like, that's how I knew he got me. Also, I've only seen one episode of The Newsroom, and it was on an airplane. So, like, in full caricature territory. No. Dude, this is actually the defining moment on this run. I think I froze him somehow. Dude, I got super lucky there. Please just be dead. He's not dead yet. On what planet does Bighorn live through that extravaganza? There we go. Didn't get a deal with the devil. Did get a fire rate upgrade. That's good. Keep in mind, we do not really care about making it to the Hush fight. We care about this run succeeding. So a tiers upgrade that gives us a little bit of extra hurt and power is pretty solid here. Anyway, I said my piece on the rap game. People are of the opinion that it was like planned fake drama to drive views. It was not. I did say Bear couldn't rap, and then like 4 days ago, I said I thought Bear couldn't rap. And then like 4 days ago, he was like, maybe I'll make a diss track. And I was like, I mean, you do whatever you want. It's your life. Never anticipated that it could have led to this. But of course, after it happened, everybody was like, we gotta do a diss track. People are like postponing streams to do diss tracks. It's a very strange world that we live in today. As if just playing video games wasn't good enough. Now it's like, nah, I don't want to do my job playing video games. I gotta write a diss track and then produce it instead. Yo, Dre, stick to producing. Anyway, it's all in good fun is the thing I want to get across there. And I think the vast majority of people realize it. The only thing that irritated me is that, you know, for like 3 days after it, I'd be in my stream, and every 10 seconds someone would come into the chat and go, I didn't realize a dead man could stream on Twitch. And then you go, yeah. Well, see, like, I've already addressed that. It's not even, like, a bad joke. I've just heard it too much. And you're just, you know, it'll blow over in that respect. But it's a mild annoyance for what has been a lot of good fun. Let me put it that way. Okay. Tag this video. Northernlion cries about his reaction to diss track. Benedict Arnold, more like Benedict Taffy. I smell the victory on this floor. This is the floor where we're going to turn this... it's not even a frown. We're going to curve this turd upside you heard on this one. Because we got this Demon Judgment for one. I'm looking... Oh, I should have used two hearts there earlier, but I'm looking for these fat gimpy plays. Hit me, please. That's not bad. Here's what I think we do. Oh, we got other red hearts. But I don't care about spending our money on the shop. This could be a long run, and that'll be actually fine. So just drop off some financial compensation for this guy. He gives me HP. Boom. Told you. Then we use 2 of hearts. We got full HP and more of it. So now we can give this guy some more HP. I'm waiting for like a single Gimpy payout. I'm not saying we're owed it. There we go. But I wanted it. I am Thor, son of Odin. Little Horn. I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet. It's not out here yet as of the time this video's come out. Dang. It's not that bad, though. Rest assured, though. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I am eager to see it. I don't have the... I try to be literal in my use of words, which is one of the reasons that it's very frustrating to speak with me sometimes. I don't have the excitement in, like, the pit of my belly that's like, this movie's coming out. But I'm like, oh, yeah, I would not mind seeing that first weekend. You can see, if you think it's hard for you guys to listen to me, imagine, you know, being my wife in this situation. Hey, what do you want to do? You know. I'm kind of, like, into everything. But not that much. So we did get a Spirit Heart for going into that room, but we got more opportunities here. Look, it's all coming together. I don't remember if we can get IV Bag and Gimpy to work, but either way, IV Bag has essentially paid for itself. In the sense that, you know, we spent a ton of money. Oh, you definitely can then. We spent a ton of money getting some HP. The HP also gave us Little Horn, which is a decent item at the very least, if not, like, outright good. And then we managed to use the HP from the HP that we had also gotten from the Judgment in order to get IV Bag as well. And, you know, all of a sudden we got quite a nice economy going for ourselves here. Not impossible to imagine a loss here, because... from a DPS standpoint, we're still relatively poorly equipped here, but slow and steady wins the race, dude. We are way behind schedule for Boss Rush now, but we've created, you know, a kind of semi-unique run that can definitely fit the bill. I know it's not as good of a tiers upgrade since we already had a tiers upgrade. Well, figured we'd just go for that one. But I will almost always take Sad Onion. Even if there was just like a +1 tiers upgrade in that room, I probably would have gone for it, but... Sad Onion, I think, is well worth taking. So you look at that and you go, obviously, you know, maybe we want to buy like a Spirit Heart or something like that, but I actually feel like a Red Heart might be the right choice. Because a Red Heart allows us to trigger a Thame and possibly also Gimpy and gives us some money back, but let's not sweat this too much yet. Again, it's a Mega Satan. Oh, that was pretty bad. It's a Mega Satan plus Gimpy, or Mega Satan plus negative attempt. So how do we make Mega Satan happen? Gotta find a self-sacrifice room and preferably have a way to get a bunch of red hearts. How do we make the negative happen? Just keep getting stronger. Like this run, it'll work okay for now. I should not have stood there. It worked, but I feel bad about that. I mean, I'll pick up the Spirit Heart because, come on. Mama didn't raise no fool, but... Alright, so, we should probably take both. And this makes it much, much harder, probably, for us to do the Mega Satan play, because the self-sacrifice room is going to be pretty dangerous, but obviously it makes us a lot stronger. Kind of negates the usefulness of Little Horn as well, but this is the right call. I hope. Our damage is still very trashed here, though. I think what we're going to do is actually, like... You know, it's nice. It's been like 4 or 5 days since I recorded Isaac. I'm motivated to, like, do everything right. I'm like, let's come back here. You know, do our boss trap room, even if it ends up not being 10 out of 10. What's the harm, right? So that is Exploding Fly of Great Regret. That's what we called it back in the village where I was raised. The Exploding Fly of Great Regret. And, I mean, you can take it, but you take it at your own risk. It's really like the fire mind of arthropods. Please. Let's go. I do hate having 3.19 damage this late in the game, but it's mitigated very well by our fast charge rate for Brimstone. And actually, Little Horn plus a really good rate of fire earlier was not doing too badly for us either, because Little Horn is essentially like the nuclear option. If it hits an enemy, they're going down most of the time. I want to try something. Didn't work. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. Essentially was, see if I could start a chain of getting money. Yeah, you know, why not? Start a chain of getting money, but also Spirit Hearts back. Because we get 2 plays for every, Spirit Heart that we purchase. So we have enough money. Dude, it's almost a converter play. Because we have, oh, we did take Cambion Conception. Yeah, okay, you know what? I think it is a converter play. So you convert like this. It just goes to show you that, like, you know, every item has a certain amount of usefulness in Isaac. Because my theory here is that if we get some Spirit Hearts, obviously it's not working out that well right now, but if we get some Spirit Hearts, we might actually be able to earn some permanent HP upgrades, especially if we keep getting hearts for free or for 3 cents. So there's 1 Spirit Heart. Remember, every 2 Spirit Hearts that we get is a free HP upgrade, which actually just makes it even easier to play in the future. In fact, why buy a heart for 5 cents when we could instead just buy a Spirit Heart for 5 cents, use Converter, and get a full heart out of it? Now, we do have to be cautious that we don't accidentally kill ourselves in this run. And we could have just bought HP there as well, and in fact, that's probably substantially smarter, so let's just do that. You see, this is a style that I don't think I've ever done before, so I'm pretty stoked. So we did get another Spirit Heart there. But I think I want to earn one via, like, Gimpy usage first. Slight bummer. It's okay. Grab that. Throw a little money at the reroll. Convert it. Is it worth it? Let me convert it. I buy a heart and you should not worry about it. I tried. Yeah, give me this bad boy right here. Now, we gotta be very cautious now, because I'm, like, looking at this, and I'm like, our HP is not very good. Yeah, okay, you know what? That's good enough. We don't want to roll Converter forever. We just wanted to make sure we didn't die, is essentially what this one all came down to. I'm a little bummed we didn't get more Spirit Hearts out of it, but we went from 4 Spirit Hearts to 5 Red Hearts. Not all of which are full, but still. I think that's a pretty great situation. Especially keeping in mind we have Cambion Conception, which I'm just hoping works with the setup we got. Obviously, Bloody Lust is like a 10 out of 10, but that's like a once-a-week play for me and Isaac. A play that good is about 1 time a week, I think it happens to me. So I am willing to give up a little bit of HP to try to make the dream work here. We don't really care about getting more Spirit Hearts for conversion's sake, because we're probably never going to see Converter again as long as we live, but we do care about getting more Spirit Hearts to protect our interests. Oh, it was close. When it comes to deals with the devil, because quite honestly, we still are very, very eager to pick up, like, damage upgrades. Most likely place to get a damage upgrade, in my experience. I mean, might not be deals with the devil, but it's close. And either way, you don't want to feed the hand that bites, you know what I mean? Now we also have a much better chance, I think, to play the self-sacrifice room. Because, you know, losing Red Hearts is just easier to replenish than losing Spirit Hearts most of the time. Oh, we also got Dark Bum, like, straight out of Cambion Conception. Oh, you're like, you had Dark Bum, why pick it up? Well, because I prefer the odds of going for something like this. Now it's kind of tempting to, you know, dump that 0, get with the hero, because IV Bag is good, but Guppy's Head is just guaranteed damage. Hemotomesis. Lemon Party. Yeah, I think we dump but if we dump IV Bag, we'll lose our deal with the devil play on this floor. So I think I do still want Guppy's Head, but I don't want it yet. Did you see the logic that happened there? It happened pretty fast, because obviously I'm an advanced level Isaac player with skills unparalleled in this or any other dimension. But, okay, well, we've already lost our deal with the devil chance now. At least most of it, but, Haemolacria. What on earth? This is amazing. So, first off, you take this. Thank you. I am going to go into the curse room and take the Guppy's paw, or sorry, Guppy's head now. Again, we've already kind of hurt ourselves from a deal with the devil standpoint. Plus, HP's looking a little dire, so we want to be careful. We might want to play that, though, if we can get enough red hearts. So, Haemolacria, I guess, turns your shots into bombs, and then they kind of de facto become sad bombs as a result. So, we actually have, like, sort of unlimited sad bombs. This is a really, really cool setup. Now, I still don't really think, oh, that's so bad. I don't really think against most enemies our damage is going to crush it here. We're also, like, suffering badly from a fire rate standpoint. We'll take Polydactyl. Luck down. That's really bad. It's, like, catastrophic from our, from the perspective of using Gimpy. And maybe also, a Thame. Weirdly enough, like, the synergy is great, and it looks so cool. But I think that, this run is actually a little weaker now as a result of picking that up, with the caveat that I think it could get a lot stronger in the future. So, to be honest with you, I don't really love Buddy in a Box as far as items go. At least in a situation like this. I think I'd rather just donate as much money as they'll allow me to donate, and if I get super lucky, maybe I can take this thing to 666, which might be an unlock somewhere. Or of some variety, I should say. Didn't quite get to do it. I'd rather save our money, you know, get a blood bank on the next floor, potentially. Oh, my Atlanta. Good news, though, we did get Succubus from getting hit so much. And, I mean, Succubus plus Dark Bum is a great place to be. We need some Tears upgrades. I don't know what the Tears cap is when you have Haemolacria, but, like, we are not shooting very quickly. Let's leave it at that. I am going to buy a 3-cent heart here. Maybe I'll buy the card as well. It's the Emperor. Because you know me. We know each other. I really, really want to... Like, I can justify the existence of a run that's this long. And it looks like it's going to be a long one. I can justify its existence if we can knock out both the Lamb and Mega Satan. And I think the tools exist. Stop taking my red hearts, please. I know you're dropping spirit hearts, but I need the red hearts. Guppy's head, not doing that much damage right now because our flies are not doing that much damage because our HP is not that good, but... Like, I don't think we're going to get enough plays in the self-sacrifice room here, but if we get mildly lucky, we might have an okay chance. So let's give it a shot. We're looking for Spirit Hearts from Gimpy for certain. I don't know if I want to push it any more than that. I know it seems like, why even bother if you're just going to do to that level? Well, the reason is pretty simple, I think. It's because I wanted to get more, but... I don't think we have the tools right now. We might be able to finesse the tools if we get really lucky, but... This is also just kind of like the new normal in Isaac. Like, you have to accept that, sadly, a lot of runs in the modern era just end up, essentially never giving you damage upgrades. I'm just, like, adrift right now. Please give me the second secret room. Yeah, it would be stupid to play more here, I think. We'll just leave. Buddy in a Box wouldn't have helped. I don't know if we could have used Dull Razor to help. I mean, obviously there's situations in which Dull Razor is amazing. It's one of my favorite items that was added in Afterbirth Plus, but it's not always a trump card that you can pull out in every situation. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm of the opinion where we need some damage. I could see a win coming without getting any damage, but it's gonna be, like, we're gonna be ripping and tearing. I would much rather just... It doesn't have to be even a lot. If we could just get, you know, to 6 damage or something like that. No, I said it doesn't have to be a lot. And then I said, what if we doubled our damage? But, I mean... You know, that's getting to 6 damage for the depths 2 is not that intense. It's not an easy decision, but for the most part, I think we'd rather have Lemon Party. And I would love to shoot faster as well, but I actually just don't know if we can do that. So I see that Eternal Heart. Now I'm very much interested in trying to get a Spirit Heart so we can protect our Eternal Heart. Don't blow up Dark Bomb! I was just joking. Dark Bomb can't blow up. Fooled you. Grab this. So they don't technically explode. We can't play a self-sacrifice room. Or sorry, we can't play a blood bank anymore, which is bad. Perfect player would have left the Eternal Heart behind. In the whole scheme of things, you know, what's the number value on that mistake? Pretty low, but... And this might be the last opportunity we get to play a self-sacrifice room. So if you have to sack the Eternal Heart to make the dream come true, I think you absolutely do it. So take Humbling Bundle, use Justice. Thanks for the spider. Really appreciate that. Justice is just like a great card. Oh, we got Flat Penny. I don't think we care. I don't think we care about creep bombs either, but I think it's like, you know, why worry ourselves over this right now? We did get... I don't know, maybe creep bombs work with Haemolacria to some extent, but... We did get the Sun card. And I'm looking at that, and I'm hungry. Because this Sun card allows us to get way, way more utility out of playing a self-sacrifice room. If we had a way to teleport out of the boss fight, this would be ideal. But let's hope for good gimpy plays. So we go in here. This room sucked, obviously, at least for now. And it still continues to suck. We leave. We did get a gimpy play. So essentially, we got to go in there for free. That's important. We might need, you know, every lick of HP we can get here. Sometimes you get lucky with the beams. Take that. For now. Mostly because we're going to lose all of our Spirit Hearts regardless, probably, when we play our self-sacrifice rooms, so... This is the longest good run I have had in a long, long time. Usually when a run is long, it's garbage. This one is just, like... both offensively and offensively, it's good. I know you think, NL, you made a mistake there. Don't you mean to say both offensively and defensively? No, that's not the case, good sir or madam. I mean, I'm both offended by how bad it is, but still, from a, you know, brawn standpoint, it's not bad. It's just weird. Sure, why not? Eden's alright. Tears are alright. They just seem a little weird. Mega Satan. That doesn't really work. But don't give yourself away. Been a little light on the parodies lately. I'll be the first to admit it. So I forget the HP. Just start going wild here. Hoping for some lovely and lucky gimpy plays, but not expecting them. Would have been very nice for those to be Spirit Hearts. Because we have to be careful. You know, we're probably going to have this Demon Judgment soon, or Angel Statue soon. He's frozen, so yeah. I don't want to use the Sun card yet, but we may just have to, more or less. I think if you press the button and you see anything that could hurt you, you just use the Sun card. Now, I mean, you have to use the Sun card anyway, now that I think about it. I don't know why I'm looking for, like, luck upgrades. Alright, second Angel Statue and a Gimpy payout. That's extremely useful. If you get your cards right, it just destroys them. So we don't want to teleport directly downwards. But we sort of do, if I'm being honest. The reason I say that we don't is because it's genuinely not the right play. However, it sort of feels like the right play. Because I don't want to do the next few floors if they're not necessarily gonna provide us with anything of value. Losing that heart was extremely annoying. Please compensate me. Thank you. I think we're strong enough, and we're probably not gonna get that many more items. That being said, we probably should go for this here. I don't want to go too deep on it, but I'd really like the red heart, so I'm probably gonna go all... Okay, that's good enough. So now we got the best of both worlds. We got deal with the devil potential while also having the full key. Although our deal with the devil percentage is 23 right now, so it's like actually really, really bad. We have to, or at least should, take the negative. Technically, there's a way out. We could play the self-sacrifice room all the way through again. Don't really want to do that. So we'll grab this, do this, come down to the next floor. Next floor, I'm just going to pop the negative right away. And by the negative, I mean the Emperor. Gives us Triachnid, a fairly untanky boss. Get some HP, which is valuable, and a much-needed deal with the devil. Okay, it's a fire rate increase if we can get one. Yeah, it is. Mild, at least. And a damage bonus is quite useful as well. Most important thing now is just make sure you do go to Sheol. So one thing at this point that could just dream crush your whole run. Still very slow rate of fire. Let's be real. More tiers upgrades the merrier. Maybe we'll get super lucky, grab a deal with the devil here. These belong to me for now. I need the HP. You never know where this run's gonna end up, you know? Don't really want to go to the curse room. Could there be a dream world via the 2010 Christopher Nolan film Inception that gives us 2 guppy items inside of 1 curse room? Yeah, it could happen. Yeah, you know, there's literal, if the multiverse theory is true, there's a multiverse, you know, or a universe for like every possible outcome of every quantum decision. It's a John Titor sort of thing. But I don't know if we live in that universe. We live in a fairly benevolent universe because it already gave me this sweet Haemolacria synergy that I'm quite fond of. What am I seeing right now? However, I don't know. Could we get so lucky twice? Does that sentence make sense in the English language? Yes and no. Alright, I think we got the win. Like, you're just looking at this now and you're going, how could we not, right? So, I want this. I'll sack a Spirit Heart to get another good item, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Didn't get a Gimpy payout, that's fine. Because we did up our damage to 6, which is exactly what I asked for. Our shots look different now. They're much smaller. And they seem to land faster. I know that sounds like a ridiculous statement. What, did we get like higher density on our shots or something like that? I don't have an answer for you. All I can report is the feeling in my gut. No, you wouldn't. Oh, you did. And the feeling in my gut tells me that this run's like different now. It also seems like our shots don't explode on impact. Oh, because of piercing shots, that's right. Our shots don't explode on impact anymore, which actually strikes me as a pretty big negative, unfortunately. Didn't really think about that at the time. Not worth it. So you gotta go first. Yeah, now we've actually accidentally, I wouldn't say ruined, but we've made the run a little stranger. So now that our shots don't do damage on impact, the only damage we do is via the brimstone lasers. As a result, I think we have a new approach to the game, which is to kind of just... I'm trying to get the shots to land as close to the center as possible. That way, I think that gives us like the best chance of good coverage against enemies. For an enemy like as big as... I think we got it, dude. we got an item that gave us the ability to fly and also transformed a dude. A flying transformation. But anyway, we should probably be careful, but I think if we land our shots close to the center of the room... What have you done? He's just spitting out endless spiders. If we land our shots close to the center of the room, we should get, like, maximum coverage. That went way better than it should have, to be honest. It just sucks not having any control over, where the damage is actually done, you know? This also strikes me as, like, a pretty dangerous room. I think we very much want to go for broke. Our speed never got great, but... I am completely content with that. And also, if you could give me an HP upgrade, like, we are rolling with it right now. Butterbean? After all of that? I don't buy it, dude. I think you just don't take red hearts. I think you give the red hearts to Dark Bomb until you max out on spirit hearts, and then we can take some red hearts and be good to go. We're certainly making great time. It's just when we need to kill an enemy, I think we don't necessarily have the ability to do so as quickly as I might like, but when the bullets hit, I have actually literally nothing to complain about. Enemies freeze and then die instantly. Also, ghosts appear then fade away. Well, that is just a terrible shot, obviously. Okay, you're out of sync right now. The band is not called Out of Sync. Those are mine. Down to the next floor. Very important. When you kill Mega Satan, you have to... It ends the game for you. So we have to kill the negative first. Or the lamb first, I should say. Absolutely. Wait a minute. No, I gotta think about this. Dark Prince's Crown is the horrible one. So both of these are bad. Dark Prince's Crown, if you enable it, is a small tears upgrade. With, like, shot speed or range or something, so essentially just tears. I think that's correct. It's confusing, because there's also the Trinket Dark Prince's Crown, which I think is actually called Bloody Crown, which is awesome. I don't want Taurus. I want to be able to shoot as much as possible, and our speed is already garbage, so... You are not dead? When you hit him with, like, both barrels, it feels so good. When you hit him with no barrels, it does not feel good. So we also... I mean, Gimpy's doing wonders for us right now, but the more HP, the merrier for certain. So what happens when you have 3.84 luck, I suppose. You know what? What can we say? This is an extremely interesting run. This is a synergy that wouldn't have existed without booster packs, and, you know, every booster pack that comes out, I'm like, thank you, Nicholas, for remaining committed to, you know, at least preserving some sort of evergreen ecosystem for the game. It's one of the best things they could do for this, because Isaac, as far as I'm concerned, is really like the enduring roguelite. Obviously, I have a little bit of an innate bias, and other people would disagree with me. A lot of people would say FTL, I think. FTL or Spelunky would be the second choice for most people, I think. Austin would say Gungeon, probably. Gungeon's also a great game. You know, different strokes for different folks. But not every one of the roguelites that came out during the Gold Rush ended up sticking around, you know, and starting a mining company, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, even a game with near infinite replayability can eventually become kind of boring. Even for a lot of people, Isaac's gotten there, despite the best efforts of the developers. So, anything that, you know, shows they're giving an extra effort to kind of keep the lights on in the enjoyment department is A-okay by me. Now, we got to talk about giving Mom's Eye a 0.25 range increase. It just strikes me as, you know, at least give me like 2 range. What is 0.25 gonna do? I can't hang my hat on a 0.25 range increase. We should really just fire as much as possible. When you get the 10 out of 10 beams, life is good, dude. Thank you, sir. I did see we got Demon Judgment, which is actually Demon Baby. Not a great item to get with Cambia Conception, but obviously it could be worse. Running some mental calculus there trying to figure out, you know, what's the best angle for us to shoot a shot at when an enemy's chasing us down. Thank God we're fighting enemies that are, like, predominantly stationary after this. I mean, for this fight, the enemies are basically stationary. Lamb fight, basically stationary. Mega Satan fight, basically stationary, so... Or at least have a large hitbox. That's the other, I guess, alternative. Mom's Contact's still doing great work, you know, freezing enemies on occasion. Very useful. I would prefer to take a little less damage than this, all things considered, but... It is what it is. That went okay. I would prefer not to do a victory lap, please. The run has already been 900 minutes long. It's only been 41 minutes, but for a, you know... 41 minutes is kind of a long time in the scheme of things when you got brimstone and other items that are just going kung kung kung. What does kung 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 mean? We all know what kung 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 means. It's hard to describe it, but you just know it when you feel it. It's an electricity, as Steve Harrington said. Should have blown up the chest, could have gotten cards out of it, but we should be okay. I know that we have Nod Leaf as well. Nod Leaf is really just kind of like a... if everything, break glass in case of emergency sort of item. I really do not want to use Succubus, Demon Baby, and Nod Leaf to kill Mega Satan. It will take us 1 million lifetimes, like Rita Repulsa. I like this permanent Sad Bombs item, man. It's got some quirks. I would never dispute that. And you know what's neat about it is that it's very strong against some enemies and extremely weak against others. This is our wave, by the way. If we could get a lot of red hearts paid out, we should really... I mean, I was going to say we should leave the red hearts. We have no control over that. If we don't need the red heart immediately, Dark Bomb is just going to pick it off in like a second, but... The red hearts give us more value than the spirit hearts because every red heart is worth what it says it's going to be worth. If we use it as a red heart. If we use it as a spirit heart, then it's up to Dark Bum to turn it into something potentially useful instead of something that's guaranteed to be useful. But again, let's not sweat the academics of it because it's actually completely irrelevant to our present situation. That one should do it, and we will enter the second phase of Mega Satan. And altogether, this was just a very nice run. This is a run I can hang my hat on and feel good about. Because it wasn't insanely overpowered. It was just uniquely good and interesting. And that's neat. We got Mystery Sack. That's a good item. We got Cracked Baby. That's a co-op baby. We got Yellow Baby. It's a co-op baby. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode there. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.